Hi everybody, welcome to Sunya IAS. Welcome to the Mains Bootcamp. This is the orientation lecture for week number 1 where we are talking of GS2, and in GS2 we are talking of polity and governance. Okay. Now here I'll talk to you briefly about 3 things. 1, in case you have not yet joined the Telegram channel, how to join the channel. We're sharing all the very important updates on a daily basis there. How to join the channel. Second, how to prepare topics and the basic structuring. Okay. The basic structuring of answers, right? And third is the attempting of test. How is it to be done for both offline as well online students? Both things I'm going to tell you. Okay. First is how to join the Telegram channel. Again, if you go to Sunya IAS mains courses, online or offline, whatever mode you have joined, when you subscribe to the course, when you click on view details, you will find this link, okay, dedicated Telegram channel. If you click here, you'll join the Telegram channel wherein we are sharing the daily updates with you. So this is the first step that is to be done. Okay. Any communication regarding the Google Meet link, any updation of timings, the sharing of question paper, model answers, we'll do all of that here in the Telegram group. That is the step number 1. All right. Now, second thing is we're talking of GS2. Now in GS2, first of all, the very first basic thing is the previous year question and syllabus. Now to understand these things well, again a very detailed video is taken by Sugam sir. You can understand this, okay? You can watch it at 1.5x, but again try to make the best use of it. The point is, for the entire week, we are covering polity and governance, okay? So it's always good to start with understanding the basic decoding. Some of you may have already seen it, right? We've already shared these videos with you in the Telegram channel also. So this is also first thing that you should do, that for GS2, understand the syllabus. Of course, in the coming weeks, we also talk about social justice, which is clubbed with Indian society to give you a more good understanding. And then we also combine international relations with internal security. So that is the comprehensive way wherein we cover the entire part of GS2. But again, this is the first thing I would want you to do, number 1. Second thing, before that, and then I'll go into the day-wise thing, is again in the channel, we have told you basics of answer writing. Now, in our group, we have students who have given mains previously also. Some of you are writing it for the first time. It's always good to go back to the basics, okay? Understand the directives, understanding how to answer each part of the question, okay? Answering each part so that you don't miss out, right? Second, structuring is very important. So when you give your tests, okay, we will also again focus on the introduction part. Can we have a better introduction? Could we have used a better data, more relevant context, a better definition? Similarly, in the body, the multi dimensions that we can create depending on what kind of a question it is. Let's say if it's an institution or body based question, there are certain parameters on which you can evaluate the body. If it is again a different kind of, let's say, a reform, electoral reforms, okay, prison reforms, criminal reforms, again, what can be done? Okay, so here, this is where you also have to focus each day. That ultimately, when you write, how you can get more marks, okay? So see, while content is one thing, answer writing is another, okay? So you have to work on both. Yes, content you should write well, but again, in a timed manner, in 1 hour, when you have to write 7 questions, how can you be the best? So again, from week 1 to week 8, this is how our journey is going to be, okay? So again, the basics of answer writing video again is shared in the Telegram channel. You can again watch that, okay? Answering each part, focusing on structuring, not missing out on any detail. And then, of course, you know the schedule for this week. From day 1 to day 3, okay? So 8 July, 9th and 10th July, we are talking of polity, okay? And 11th July, you have governance, that is day 4. And again, day 5, you have entire day for polity and governance. And then day 6 and day 7 are relatively light. Day 6, you may have a enrichment session, whereas in day 7, you will have essay, okay? So again, the point is you have 3 days here to cover polity, a day for governance, again a day for polity, and again whatever spillover is there, you can use it for other days, okay? Now, why am I talking to you about spillover? Because when we had shared this topic, and see, every day's micro listing of topic is shared with you. Just give it a glance. Whatever you would have read in your basic books, maybe in your class notes, okay, even the current affairs, in the editorials, all of that we've tried to put in one page. Okay, so here, right from the basics of evolution, historical importance, basic structure, salient features, to the concepts like constitutionalism, to the recent constitutional amendments, okay, emergency provisions. We have seen questions on these, first of all, basics. On fundamental rights, for example, we have had simple questions, but again, a lot of applied questions, a lot of questions based on the recent Supreme Court verdicts. That also is mentioned here. Now, how should your approach be? For example, socio-economic caste census was in the news. You would have also read in prelims also. Now, you can take up the issue. If you follow that in any of your resources, current affairs magazine, any notes, follow that. In case you are also very new to the topic, you can just Google that topic, read about its basic points. In case you are struggling and or to maybe out of the some of the topics, maybe 5 or 6 topics, you don't have much idea, you can also reach out to the mentors, both online also and offline. Okay, that how to prepare these topics. Maybe if there are some topics where you are struggling, fine. But over a period of time, then you will get to know, okay, these are the major topics that were there in the news throughout. So one, you can cover it in this week. Whatever spillover is there, again, you have time. You can allocate some time. So again, I'm expecting for you to spend some 3 to 4 hours per day preparing for GS. Okay, this can vary. Maybe some of you put in 2.5 hours, 3 hours, depending. And second, you will spend 1 hour writing, fine. And then 1 hour we'll discuss, fine. So this will give you a comprehensive, and again, this is on a daily basis. For 5 days, GS we are doing, fine. And again, whatever is the spillover, what you have to do, the topics you are done, and when you have the basic, if you know 5 or 6 basic points of salient features, you can mark that as a tick, right? Whereas, let's say, if you are struggling with the issues of Delhi, okay, maybe you don't know. So let's say, then you later on realize, okay, 69th Amendment Act, okay, or Article 239 AA, okay, or what was the recent Supreme Court verdict? What were the issues that were outlined? So when you now know those 5 or 6 basic points, then you can put a tick mark that you know that. Okay, so ultimately, if you have very short notes on these topics, that is the way to go. If you have, let's say, a lot of these topics covered in scattered different places, bring it in one place. If you are very new to it, slowly and steadily start doing this, fine. So when you attempt the test, I'm not saying that you will be, until unless you cover all the topics, then only give the test. No, the syllabus is this micro listing is all the possible kind of topics that can be asked. So whatever is your level of preparation, you should give the test. From the test also, you'll have a lot of learning. And even after the test, I'll tell you some frameworks on how to cover these topics, fine. So day wise, you'll go day 1. Okay, and again, I've already told you, in case you are having any issues in any of the topics, maybe understanding wise, etc., you can always reach out to us, either online or offline, fine. Same for day now on day 2, test 2, you'll see lesser topics. So if you have covered this well, maybe some 5, 6 topics from the previous, you can do it here. Okay, so this is how there. Same for day 3, test 3, proper topics are outlined. Okay, all you are required to do, again, all the major judicial related issues in one area. Article 142 in news, contempt of court, very much in news. Okay, so just go through your notes, compilation magazines, whatever you're following. If you're following Sunya notes, you can also follow that, whatever you are following, right? Constitutional, non-constitutional bodies, electoral reforms. We say we had elections. You can expect a question on this. Okay, they were editorials on use of technology. So all these topics have been mentioned, fine. So if you go through it, excellent. Same for governance. Now please note, many students are ignoring, okay, they have not covered this part well. So now you have a brief idea on what to basically focus on. Okay, so again, when you give there is a full-fledged test on governance, 7 questions, and then there is also a full test for polity and governance, right? So there also we will practice this, right? Now, in attempting test, one thing again I'm telling you, you may have covered these topics in prelims. So again, 2 things is, okay, so one is writing the answer part of it, just I'll take 1 minute here, and then the how, what is to be, okay, the technicalities of it. So in your answer, you have an introduction, you have a body, okay, and a conclusion. So again, you try to either, because this is a GS2 answer, the more Supreme Court cases, perhaps wherever needed, articles, specific definitions are there, the better it is. Okay, the mention of law commissions wherever there is needed. Okay, in the introduction, you can have body, again multidimensional, wherever challenges if asked needed. Same for conclusion or way forward, right? So here the idea is to generate points, have a structure, so that you are able to generate points, okay, at a very fast manner, so that you do not struggle. initially you may struggle, but again, that idea is to stress our minds. Whatever we have read, okay, in prelims, in your basic books, or whatever common knowledge we have, whatever things we know, from that we will try to create our answers. That is how we'll proceed. That is the writing part of it. Fine. Again, if you want more insights on it, we've already shared a detailed video on how to write answers, generate points, etc. You can again watch that. Now, the how part of it, and basically again I'll mention both for first offline students and then online. For offline, remember, of course, the test timing for both of you is 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, in offline, we have some students who have joined the library. So again, you directly get your printout at the library. You start at 5, okay, and sharp at 6, we'll take the papers from you. Fine. Now, some of you who have not joined the library, you can visit our office slightly earlier and try to find or ask for the test center. The test center is very close by. In the test center, you can attempt the test again in the offline mode. Okay. So one, those who have the library access will attempt it at the library, and then you have a test center. Immediately or just below the library, you have the discussion room. Okay. So of course, the people who are in the library will directly come to the next floor and then attend the test discussion. Right. And the people who were in the test center will move to the test discussion hall. Very simple for offline people. For online people, this is why I was asking you to join the Telegram group. Okay. 4 p.m. we will share the question paper with you, or the question QCA booklet. What you have to do is to take the printout of it. Okay. We will be sharing with you the Google Meet link. Okay. And then before the test, again 5 to 10 minutes, I'll give you instructions on how to attempt the tests. Okay. Keeping your cameras open, being very accountable here. And for you also, the time 5 to 6 p.m. will follow. Okay. But again, how would you know? You have to be alert. Just the link, the moment you see the Google Meet link, you have to maintain basic decorum. Okay. You can attempt the test and then followed by the test discussion. Okay. Now, offline people can directly submit their copies in their respective centers. For online people, follow again the Telegram channel. Will tell you how to submit your copies. Okay. So your copies again submitted, and of course, after some submission on a daily basis, we've told you, you'll also be getting a rating of copies. Fine. Just to get an idea. But overall, if you write the test, you watch the discussion of it. Okay. Again, read the model answers, etc. You will have a very fair idea as how to improve, whether introduction needs improvement, how can you add more points, was there any need of a better presentation, maybe diagram, etc. wherever possible, any better committee recommendation. Okay, all the mains content booster, all these things. Fine. And every week almost you will have a mains enrichment session, which again will give you a lot of fodder. Fine. So this is how we're going to do. Again, of course, when you attempt the test, after that we'll have a more detailed and a more specific discussion. Okay, and then we can even tackle the kind of problems you are facing. Okay, in terms of time management, etc. So let us start one step at a time, one day at a time. Okay, and again, let us only focus on the first day. Okay, then week by week we'll try to progress. The idea is that over from first week and first day onwards, it's a journey that we undertake till the 8th weekend. Okay. And that will give you a sufficient answer writing practice and a lot of confidence if you follow through the entire program. Okay. Again, expecting that people who are writing mains should put in the proper effort that is needed. Okay. Other things, of course, you'll get confident as and when the week progresses. Okay. So we'll meet you in the test number 1. Thank you.